What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we are continuing the build series on my CZ P10c. I know it's been several weeks since I updated you guys on this build series, and I will get into that in just a minute. First, let me go over what we have done so far. Then I want to ask you guys what else we should do to this pistol, and then whatever the majority of the comments say we should do, that's what we're gonna do to this pistol. So first thing we did was have the grip stippled. We sent it to 2A Stippling. They did a very nice stipple job on here. Not only is it unique, I think it looks really good, and I really like that aggressive texture that they have on here. Second, you guys said to send the slide to Jagerwerks Engineering, and Jagerwerks crushed it. Not only is the quality of their work is very good, but their customer service is amazing. I'm talking probably the best customer service in the firearms industry. They're really good. For example, when I had a problem with my SRO, I had a Trijicon SRO on here. I had a couple problems with it, which we'll get into in a minute. They helped me out more than Trijicon, and they also said, hey, if you're not going to rock the SRO, let us send you different Dawson precision sights, something that work better with the Holosun that you're going to put on here. And I mean, the customer service was just sensational. So what they did was they enhanced the front serrations, and they made the front serrations a lot more usable on the CZ. They also cut away the top of the slide on the CZ as well to show off that fancy gold Killer Innovations barrel. The third thing we upgraded on this pistol was the sights and the optic, and you guys by far said I should do Dawson precision sights and a Trijicon SRO optic. So the Jagerwerks Engineering hooked me up with a set of very nice blacked out suppressor height Dawson sights. Again, they are fantastic. They also did the optics cut on here, which I forgot to mention. And I ordered a Trijicon SRO from Optics Planet, and this is where the fun part of the story begins. Came in, and the Trijicon SRO was defective. Called tech support for Trijicon, walked me through a few things, and the gentleman said, yep, it's definitely defective. Send it back to us and we will fix it. I said, hey, it's brand new. Can we just exchange it? They said, nope, we fix them and you do have to pay for shipping. So I said, I'm just going to send it back to Optics Planet. This thing was like a half hour old at that point. I just opened it up, sent it back to Optics Planet. Took a couple weeks. They sent me another one. Got the second one, opened it up, put it on, and it was defective. And I was like, maybe I'm doing something wrong here. So I called tech support again, and I got a very grumpy guy who was not enjoying his job. We spent probably a good half hour on the phone. He tried everything possible. He was very knowledgeable, I'll give him that. And he said, nah, man, you definitely have a defective one. We found it very hard to believe that I got two defective SROs, but that's apparently what happened. So he said the same thing. Why don't you send it in and we'll fix it? I said, look, this is my second one that was defective out of the box. I haven't even put a round through it yet. He said, I understand, but you do have to pay for shipping, and we will fix it and send it back. That's our policy. Didn't sit well with me. I didn't really like that, so I called customer service, and I got another woman who was not loving her life or her job. She was a little bit more friendly at customer service, but not extremely. And she said the same thing. It is what it is. That's our policy, and we can't make any exceptions. So I said, you know something? I didn't like it, so I returned the SRO to Optics Planet, and at this point, Optics Planet was on back order. That's why I just didn't get a third one. It was like a 3 to 4 month back order, and I'm like, I'm not waiting that. And I went ahead and ordered the Holosun 509T. This is probably my 5th Holosun now, and I've had good luck with all of them, so I really wanted to try that SRO with the big window, but it wasn't in the cards right now. So this Holosun I've had on here for several weeks. I've put about 100 rounds through it so far, and with the enclosed housing, it's strange when you're kind of just playing around with it. Like, you can tell it's an enclosed housing, unlike a traditional red dot that has the opening housing. I haven't spent much time with a red dot like this, like the Aimpoint Acro or these, so it's a little strange. But when you're shooting and you just bring the dot up, the pistol up, you find that dot and you don't notice it. It's not any different. So far so good with this red dot. I do like it. I'm going to put several hundred more rounds through it, and then I will do a dedicated review on this pistol red dot. All right, now is the fun part. What else should I upgrade on this gun? I'm assuming the next thing should probably be the trigger, and I don't know who makes the best trigger for this CZ P10 series of guns. So this is where I'm going to rely on you guys to give me some advice. What trigger should I put in here? Who should I reach out to and see if they will send a trigger for this review? And I think the next thing we should do is the trigger. But if there's something else I should do before the trigger, again, let me know, sign off in the comments. Whatever the majority of you, ladies and gentlemen, say to do is what I am going to do. And I need a water break. Now, the one thing I forgot to mention about this red dot that I will get into in depth on the review is the way you mount it is a little bit different. It comes with this accessory plate. The accessory plate has the same footprint as the RMR. You screw that down to the slide. Then the red dot itself screws in to that optic plate because it's an enclosed housing. There's no way to run screws through it, so it's a little different install setup, but it's not hard at all. It took me 10 seconds, and I just wanted to mention that. Let me thank a few people before you guys go. Jagerwerks Engineering has to be first. Between all the quality work they did and the amazing customer service they did, set of Dawson sights, and then a second set of Dawson sights to work better with this Holosun, and spending time helping me figure out what to do with the SRO. I mean, their customer service is just off the chains. I also want to thank 2A Stippling for this great stipple job, Killer Innovations for their fancy gold barrel. The Holosun dot I paid for myself, so I'm going to thank myself on that one. I also want to thank my Patreon supporters. You guys are great for supporting me. The companies who support me with affiliate links, specifically Shall Not Comply. I think I've been wearing a Shall Not Comply shirt every day for, I don't know, the past 3 or 4 weeks or so. Last but not least, I want to thank you boys and girls for watching, because that is greatly, greatly appreciated. If you think I deserve it, please hook me up with those likes. Drop a comment, especially what I should do next to this CZ P10c pistol I have here. And again, if you think I deserve it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel and enable the bell notifications. I will see you guys next time. Peace!